The Mysterious Adventure of Little Bunny Anthony. Once upon a time, there was a young bunny named Anthony who lived in a tranquil forest with his family. Anthony loved magic and always dreamed of grand adventures. However, his mischievous nature often got him into trouble, and his family, especially his younger sister Sophie, wasn't always pleased with his antics. One day, Anthony's family decided to go camping. Anthony was incredibly excited about the trip. He imagined discovering mysterious places and meeting magical creatures. However, his parents reminded him that he needed to behave and be mindful of his actions. On the first evening of camping, Anthony decided to organize a small magic show for his family. He wanted everyone to see how talented he was. Unfortunately, his tricks didn't always go as planned. When he tried to conjure a disappearing hat, he accidentally knocked over the tent where Sophie was sleeping. "Sophie, you're being mischievous again," Sophie shouted, trying to untangle herself from the tent. Anthony felt bad, but instead of apologizing, he started laughing, which only made things worse. His parents asked him to stop fooling around and help fix the tent. Anthony promised to be good, but deep down he felt misunderstood. The next day, Anthony decided to take Sophie for a walk in the forest. He wanted to show her the magical places he had discovered. However, instead of a peaceful walk, Anthony started running and jumping, not noticing that Sophie couldn't keep up with him. "Anthony, wait for me," Sophie called, trying to catch up with her brother. Rather than slowing down, Anthony began playing hide and seek. Sophie got scared and started crying. When Anthony realized his sister was frightened, he felt guilty, but didn't know how to make it right. They returned to the campsite in silence, and their parents were very worried about Anthony's behavior. In the evening, when everyone was asleep, Anthony sat by the campfire and started thinking about his pranks. Suddenly, he heard a soft voice. "Why are you so sad, young bunny?" asked a wise owl, perched on a branch above the campfire. "I don't want my family to be mad at me, but I don't know how to stop being mischievous," Anthony replied. The owl smiled and said, "Sometimes, to understand how our behavior affects others, we must see the world through their eyes. Would you like to try?" Anthony nodded, and the owl flapped its wings, sprinkling him with magical dust. Suddenly, Anthony felt as if he were Sophie, seeing the world through her eyes. He understood how much his antics scared her, and how much she wanted him to be her caring older brother. The next day, Anthony decided to change his approach. Instead of running and fooling around, he suggested to Sophie that they build a little house out of branches together. Sophie was thrilled with the idea, and Anthony patiently explained how to arrange the branches to make the house stable. "Thank you for being so nice to me, Anthony," Sophie said, smiling broadly. Anthony felt happy seeing the joy on his sister's face. He realized that his behavior had a significant impact on others, and that he could be a wonderful brother if he just tried to be more caring. When the family returned from camping, Anthony was already a different bunny. He had learned that pranks can hurt others, and that it is important to be responsible and caring. His parents and Sophie noticed this change and were very proud of him. "Anthony, we're very proud of you," said his dad, hugging his son. Anthony smiled widely, knowing he had done something good. He understood that being a good brother and son is not just about avoiding trouble, but also about caring for others and respecting their feelings. "Do you see, Anthony, how much you can achieve when you try to be caring and responsible?" asked the owl, who appeared on a branch next to Anthony's window. "Yes, I understand now. I want to be a good brother and son," Anthony replied with conviction. The owl smiled and flew away, leaving Anthony with a valuable lesson he would remember forever. From that day on, Anthony became a role model for other young bunnies in the forest. His transformation showed that anyone can change for the better if they truly desire it and strive to understand the feelings of others. And so, Anthony and his family lived happily ever after, enjoying every moment spent together.